elections have consequences, ma'am, and the Democrats need to know that, and we need to hold them accountable for that.
Absolutely. Indeed. So let's talk about Mike Johnson today, because the House did pass the country's annual defense bill, trying to build back the military. Now, this bill, the version, supports border security. It ends those transgender treatments, all the woke stuff, the DEI at the Pentagon. It also ends censorship. It is on the way to the Senate. But part of this is also that Johnson is making it a goal to prohibit any contracts with advertising firms that blacklist conservative news sources. We've seen NewsGuard technology in the past, which kind of masks itself as an arbiter of news, when in reality, it's just a censorship tool, and it gets funding it sometimes from even the Department of State. How critical is this language here, Congressman Burchett?
The bill is critical, obviously. It also has pay raises in there, but it also, with all the cuts, supposed cuts, it had a $9 billion increase of money that we don't have. We're eventually going to have to do something with the Pentagon other than just give them a rubber stamp of everything they want. You know, we had a conference, we sent the bill over to the Senate, and then it came back, of course, and now it's loaded up with $9 billion more dollars that we don't have. They have not passed an audit, and 8 audits. We've got to do better as taxpayers. I like the good stuff in there, but ma'am, the payment is just going to drag us down once again. We're $36 trillion in debt. We'd add another trillion every 100 days. So I worry about bills like this. And why can't we just have single issue bills like we do in the legislature in Tennessee? We balance the budget there. In Washington, again, you drop a 3,000-page bill on my desk 2 or 3 hours before the vote. Everybody's just going to look down and see which lobbyists they need to grease or what project they need back home, and it's wrong. We need to get, and that's what America demands, and that's why this election, I hope it had consequences, but I'm growing doubtful about it every day.
Well, you were demanding, obviously, change as well when it comes to some of the lawfare and everything we've seen. Now we have an opportunity. Christopher Wray announced he's resigning. We'll play a little bit here of this and get your reaction to Kash Patel making the rounds on the Hill today.
I've decided the right thing for the Bureau is for me to serve until the end of the current administration in January and then step down.
All right, there's a chance now for real reform. Kash Patel, the new director of the Bureau, we spoke with him exclusively within the past hour. He's saying, I'll be ready day one, smooth transition. But now I guess it's just in the hands of the senators over at the GOP. Your message to them, and also for the other folks working on the Hill, what those senators should be doing for President-elect Trump.
President Trump has a clear mandate, ma'am, that the Electoral College, it was just a sea of red across our great country. And for the Senate to deny any of these appointments, their position, I think, would be an injustice to this country. America's fed up. The curtain's off. They know what's going on. We better clean this. This is our one opportunity. Rarely in history do you get another opportunity like America's been given, yet we're given it some reason by God's grace, and I hope we don't blow it, because if we do, we'll never get it back.
You know, people really do sense that. It's a generational change, very well articulated. You had a very strong exchange yesterday. We just played a little bit of it when you were questioning Secretary of State Antony Blinken about the money provided to Afghanistan at the botched withdrawal. You know, so long people have been looking for answers, looking for accountability, and it always seems to be the most elusive thing when it comes to government, Congressman Burchett.
Yes, ma'am. We're compromised, ma'am. Either somebody's in bed literally or figuratively with somebody. Somebody's getting rich off this. He lied to me. He said they weren't getting any money, and then he came back and said, well, it's 1% or something. It's $10 million. And I actually cursed. I owe my daughter another dollar in the swear jar, I guess. But I told him, I said, you know, $10 million maybe isn't a whole H of a lot up here, but it is back in Tennessee. And it should be up here. $10 million they admitted that they're giving to the Taliban. Ma'am, those folks will hate us for free. We don't need to pay them any money. And that's exactly what we're doing. This is a crooked town. People need to wake up and start demanding answers.